Why, hello, folks. My name is Joko McKenna. I'm a IELTS instructor, English teacher, and academic coordinator at a private language school. And I'm here today to do something probably for the last time in a while, because this is the last IELTS essay that I will mark before I become a music teacher. Okay, so tonight I have there's a club. We're starting school clubs, and one of them is for making music, and I volunteered to be the coordinator for that club. So anyway, I wanted to get this thing off my plate because it's been on there for some time. 3 or 4 days this PowerPoint's been ready, and I haven't done anything with it because I've been so busy. And the reason I did it in the first place was because this comes from someone whom I have already marked once, and then she had like 2 or 3 weeks to stew on it. She's written a couple more essays, and did she improve? Yes, it's possible. Not as effective as having a real teacher or paying for, comprehensive service. You can't trust me. I don't know. We don't know when I'll show up, right? Right. So we'll find out from. So is it possible? We're going to find out from watching. We'll find out from Alish. My grandmother's name was Alish. Well, Alice. Okay, this was the essay she wrote a few weeks ago. One of the more difficult task 2s in the Cambridge series, the one about accepting bad circumstance. Really needed to. During that feedback, I noted some areas that needed improvement. Specifically, analyzing the question. Every word, like try and succeed. Every word in the question is important. She needed to write more simply. Writing these really long sentences that lose coherence. And this is the number one culprit I think I've come to believe lately is about task response and extending and developing and supporting your ideas. You don't just say an idea and then say the idea a different way and then say, for example, such and such university said this idea was true when that never happened. She'd do it. I don't know. It's from Cambridge 14. So, if you have not yet done this question from Cambridge 14, you might want to stop now, if you haven't already, because there's only so many Cambridge questions. You don't want to watch someone else. We got two eyeballs, he got roller. Really low. Can't change the volume now, can I? Well, start over. Right. Why is it Come Together by the Beatles? This one by Aerosmith? Because that's what this question is about. People coming together. Some people say that music is a good way to bring people of different cultures and ages together. What are the key words here? Answer any WH questions. What I mean is, where? Around the world. Well, people of different cultures. So it must be around the world. When? Forever, always. Who? People of different cultures. What are we talking about? What are we agreeing or disagreeing with? That's one of the keys of this type of question, is identifying exactly what it is that you're trying to agree or disagree with. What part of the question? Okay, here it is. It's a good way to bring people together. Music is. See, the bring together, come together, bring together are separated by 5 words, 6 words. So this concept here may not be caught, and that's what you have to answer. Is it a good way? Now, this could mean like physically in one spot, or very common reference is to talk about people and their common interest. Now, and the question is it a good way? Very different from, is it the best way? Ask the question. Is it a good way? Is a fairly easy hurdle to cross. Okay, and so your task response should soar. But do you have to write about both sides? People who think it's a good idea, a good way, and people who think it's not a good way. Do you have to write about both? Well, depends upon your goals. Trying to get a 7.5, trying to get a 7 for that matter. Yeah, you probably want to write about both sides. If you need a 6.5, then just take one side and expand it fully. Do what you want, really. Okay. Now, with an opinion, as I was talking, what are we being asked to agree or disagree with? Let's take the topic, the key words, and flip them. Change the order. So, we had over me. Okay. So, music bringing people together. So, flipping it might be what? Various people of different cultures and age groups are brought together in some way by music. And it's a good way to do it. Right. What's next? Brainstorming. We need some ideas to support this concept of it being a good idea or a bad idea. But maybe you haven't decided by this point. So what you do is do a little table. All right. Bring together is on the right. Divides on the left. Music time. What does that mean? Well, in my head, I think that that music is a representation of its time. And so people who live through different times will have different tastes in music. Older people think that today's music, or not today's music, they've always felt this way, that it's too harsh or too fast, or there's unfamiliar instruments being played. And they might promote alternative lifestyles. Look at that David Bowie character, Ziggy Stardust, wearing makeup on stage. Oh my goodness. All right, and, well, it can circumcum. What did I mean there? I don't know. Example, I see Iron Cross. I was just at an Iron Cross concert. And Western music has, you can say, brought the world together because, from Argentina to Tokyo, from Australia to Yangon, you could go, nothing compares, and they'll know, to you. Oh, another little speaker. What's this?
People are of the view that music unites people of multiple cultures as well as different age groups. I completely agree with the idea as people enjoy and feel through music.
Could we have that again, please? I'm trying to set up the voice. More than one person, they would have lives. Very common error. So, 2. Some people are of the view that music unites people of multiple cultures as well as different age groups. I completely agree with the idea. Okay, so I don't like this some people, other people thing in this kind of essay. I know the question says some people, which is an even better reason not to use some people. Instead, just state the idea yourself as if you believed it. Do you? In that case, you should, instead of some people are of the view that, just say music unites people of multiple cultures, as well as different age groups. See, that's good. That's good. That's a good sentence right there. It's not a complex. As well as, you've got 2 objects with a good connector. People feel. People enjoy and feel. Now, enjoy and feel are both highly transitive verbs. And what I mean by that is that multiple cultures. How about paraphrasing cultures? But transit, going back to the next part. Yes. Enjoy and feel what? These verbs do not occur often in English outside of an object. In other words, music, with the idea as, because. But anyway, so now I'm expecting to hear enjoy and feel. So I'm looking for how music enhances, makes feelings more whatever, and brings people together. Oh, what? No. Very unclear examples. Okay, one of the main reasons for what? You have to explain things in your topic sentence. One of the main reasons is that people enjoy music. Whether they understands it or not. Nowadays, they have gain access. No? Don't know what that means? Access to a variety of songs, artists, genres, and languages, and so on. Don't put lists, like how many? That's songs, artists, genres, languages, and so on. 4 is already too many. And so on is very informal. I'm too lazy to tell you all. No, just don't do lists, and then there won't be a need for and so on. They, who are they, are free to choose whatever they like in music. Take BTS as an example. Please, yes, take them.
에서 볼뽀뽀 영상 찍으세요.
솔직히 저는 이런 거 같이 하고 싶지 않습니다.
아니 무슨 그런 말씀을 하십니까? 안 해요.
원하시잖아요.
Okay, yeah, bring people together.
아미가 보고 싶어 미치겠다고.
Is BT going to win this week?
Okay.
So
What is it? We should just wait here, like. Okay.
There's more like videos about BTS than there are BTS videos. It's like actually hard to find music by them. It's so filled up with other stuff. Take BTS as an example. It's a complete sentence all by itself. It needs to just stop there. Recently, this Korean boy. Insane does not work there. No. Again, we need to be literal in our we're academic, and they're not insane. Oh, excuse me. And if it's something that happened recently and it's affecting now, what tense do we use? We use present perfect. Has gained. Besides Koreans, better to use along with Koreans. Their fandom is based on Asians, Indians, Americans, Arabs, and so forth. Here we have again another list. You must avoid these lists. One is bad enough, but you've done it twice. And so forth instead of and so on at the end. Even though their fans do not understand Korean, some of them do, they really enjoy the beats of their songs. Whose songs? Cultures. Right. So music can be a factor that unifies the culture of different people. So that unifies the cultures of different people. If it was just one culture, it wouldn't need unifying. How? How does it do that? Where is the support for this idea? Okay, that BTS is liked by many people? Well, you might get away with that. you might get a 6 with that because it's okay. But if you had said, instead of based on Asians, Indians, American Arabs, and so forth, if you had said people from every continent and every religion, you can even bring up religion, and love BTS. They sell out concerts all over the world. Aha, now you've said they come from different cultures. Okay, so body paragraph 2. We see there, that's your that's the old one. Where's the... Oh, I remember. I got really tired at that point, and I didn't make any notes. So now you've got both of your body paragraphs next to each other. Ha! Let's make that big. Similarly, people of different ages... Can't read that. People of different ages... Associates. When would you ever use an apostrophe with a verb? Associates feelings towards music, which brings them closer to their special person. Sure, does. The logic behind, there's no logic behind emotions. Logic behind is that some special memories are attached to the song, a song, not the song. One of the examples can be a nursery rhyme. Oh yes, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star brings people of different cultures and age groups together because parents sing it for their children. Meanwhile, at times, they, who are they? Who are they? Seriously this time, who are they? Meanwhile, at times, they remember how their parents, okay, so it must be the parents, used to sing this poem, not a poem, a song, sing a song for them, and cherished those moments. Oh, I remember that. Mother who's dead now. Therefore, you never use you in task 2. You see how? No, I don't. Music creates loving bonds within... Ah, I see. Okay, actually, between parents and children. Okay, you have supported the idea. They are technically of different age groups, but that's not what they meant. They meant generations in general. In conclusion, I truly believe that music is an important factor. A factor is a reason behind something, one of several, not the. So factor doesn't work. It's an important factor that serves as enjoyment. Is the factor or the music? So it can't serve as through which music is an important factor in our lives that provides enjoyment and appreciation. Provides enjoyment and brings people together. In the future, I hope the music, which music? I hope music, no the, will be considered as an element to integrate people in innumerable ways. Oh, good way to end on a flourish of high-level vocabulary. Alish, what are we going to do here? What have you learned? No lists. Nothing more than 3. When it gets to 4, that's a list. And the instructor thinks you don't know what to write about, so you're just taking up space. Particularly like things like Asians, Indians, Americans, Arabs. Asians, as far as I know, Indians are Asians and Arabs are Asians. They all live in Asia. And there's lots of Asians and Americans. Asian. Okay, anyway, not on specifics, but get rid of those lists. Here's the thing: is that you can say that something like, when you go to a BTS concert and look out at the crowd, you see faces of every color and hear languages from around the world being spoken. Oh, that supports cultures broad. Maybe mention one of their songs. You can't assume that the examiner knows who BTS are.